Welcome to the HIV AIDS Studies Module 4. The course code for this module is HS40D4. And my name is S. Dube, and I'm going to be your tutor for this module. Let's quickly look at the course content for this module. This module has got the following units: the impact of HIV and AIDS in the world of work, the legal framework for HIV and AIDS in the workplace, conducting a health status and knowledge, attitudes and practices analysis in the workplace, assessing the human resource management environment for HIV and AIDS, developing an HIV and AIDS workplace management system, operationalizing an HIV and AIDS workplace program policy. The response for the formal business sector to Namibia, the informal economy and HIV and AIDS, the critical analysis or study of national HIV policy of Namibia, a study of the national response to HIV and AIDS, MTP3, and the national strategic framework. Understanding National Sentinel Survey, an analytical study, contributions of multi-sectoral agencies to combat HIV and AIDS, the evaluation of the contributions or interventions by civil society in Namibia in the fight against HIV and AIDS. Learning outcomes. The course aims to provide historical and conceptual background for the human rights movement, present an overview of the international and regional legal frameworks in the field of human rights, conventions, covenants, and declarations, introduce students to the links between HIV/AIDS and human rights and why human rights are fundamental to any response to HIV and AIDS. This manual has been designed to assist students in developing an improved understanding of the impact of HIV and AIDS in the world of work by examining the impact, the importance of responding by formal business to introducing workplace programs that are working. The manual also examines the importance of baseline health status and knowledge, attitude, and practices of workers in relation to HIV and AIDS and the issues of the informal economy. Students are assisted to develop critical analytical skills, and this focuses on the antenatal service, the national response to HIV and AIDS, the role of civil society, and the contributions of multi-sectoral organizations to the fight against HIV/AIDS. The impact of HIV and AIDS on all aspects of society is immense. This manual focuses on the world of work, the business response, the informal economy, and the issues involved. Monitoring the incidence and prevalence of HIV and the national responses are reviewed and critically analyzed, as well as the contributions by civil society and the multi-spectral organizations. This manual contains the most current information available, but students are reminded of the evolving nature of HIV and AIDS, and the national responses and the contributions and related reports may become available while this manual is out of circulation. Let's look at your assignments. Assignment 1, the impact of HIV and AIDS in the world of work is enormous. Give an analytical view of this statement. So we know that very well that HIV has impacted on the workplace very negatively. And you are required to do an analytical statement. And this entails you visiting various literature on the impact of HIV in the workplace. Discuss the legal framework for HIV and AIDS in the workplace. So there are a lot of legal issues that are involved when it comes to HIV and AIDS in the workplace, and you are therefore being called upon to discuss all these issues in your assignments. Assignment 3, the national response to HIV and AIDS clearly recognizes the importance of workplace policy and operationalization. Elaborate and give your view on the situation in Namibia, because plans or strategies will just be strategies unless and until they can put on their work suit and start working. Only then can we see the results. The informal economy has not been given enough attention in the fight against HIV and AIDS. Discuss your opinion on the situation in Namibia with feasible recommendations. So obviously there are two forms of economy. We've got the formal economy, and then, but you must realize that a number of our people, especially those living in the informal settlements, they are absorbed in what we call the informal economy. Someone even coined a phrase called Cassynomics. So these people, to what extent have they been involved in various issues of HIV and AIDS? And assignment 5, having baseline information on wellness and HIV/AIDS knowledge of workers is important for the place of work. Discuss the issues involved in design and assessment tool to collect such information. Antenatal sentinel surveys inform government on the prevalence of HIV in the country and whether interventions are addressing the targets set. Conduct an analytical study on the National Antenatal Survey reports with specific reference to 2015 to 2017. So you will need to have access to these two documents, to these documents of 2015 until 2017 in order for you to do a good work on this assignment. Study the MTP3 of the Government of Namibia with reference to the latest National Strategic Framework and discuss your findings. What is the link, what is the connection between MTP3 and the National Strategic Framework? And lastly, civil society contributes immensely to the fight against HIV and AIDS in Namibia. Review the latest evaluation reports and give your comments and recommendations for future improvements or interventions. Students are strongly encouraged to read extensively before attempting their assignments. My contact details are readily available in your tutorials. Feel free to contact me. Happy and exciting journey ahead. Thank you.